Alright guys, so I'm here right now getting ready to do an H2O bag. So I'm just going to go through it and just have you guys follow along with me as I make it. So it's not going to be more of a tutorial, it's just going to be me doing my process that I normally do. So just so you know. Okay. So I have you guys in my ear, and I have notes. I have my phone on the other side in case anybody asks any questions. Then I can answer any questions if you have them. Alright, so I always like to have everything prepped. All of my stuff is prepped. And I like to do my card slots, and I like to do the chain stitching pretty much, where it's just like one thing after another. The one thing I do notice that I'm missing is my zipper. I need a 14-inch zipper. I always miss something. My train of thought always gets like stopped halfway. There we go. Alright. So we have a 14-inch zipper. I have a ruler over here. 14-inch zipper. Okay. I like to burn off my ends as well, just so that it doesn't fray too bad. Open. A zipper pull in. I need to get more of the woven tags because I'm out of the woven tags. It's a little crooked. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I do like to make sure that I don't have a crooked one for sure. Now that's better. Alright, so we'll set that aside. I like to chain stitch, like I said. I have my narrow walking foot on my machine. I don't interface the very tip of my card slots because I don't want them getting like too bulky. My machine can take it. It's not like it can't take it, but I do like to make sure it's not. My tension's not perfect. I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit. This is pretty much what I did. I just go right through it. I have another one cut out, but I don't want to do the other one right now on the live because it takes a lot longer. Not too much longer, but long enough. Okay. Take this. Cut it in half. I just find I use less thread this way. And I'm not really much worried about the top thread. I'm more worried about my bobbin thread. That's the one where I'm like, oh, please don't run out. I just finished doing another bag with this bobbin, so I'm sure I'm going to run out. But here's, hoping that I don't run out too soon. That's done there. Now let's do the zipper. Those two, those two, those two, those two. All my pieces. I know I had it. There we go. I know I had it. That's why I was like, I know it's in here. Move that to the side. Okay. So, actually, no, I'm not going to do that part yet. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this pocket. So, for me, I find that the interior pocket, like this little side pocket that we work with on the inside, it's like a little slip pocket. I like to make it like that. I cut two pieces. I didn't have one continuously, so all I did was make it just a little bit longer, and then I'm going to do a cut there. And then for this here, right, so for my, to make sure that my ends of my zipper, hold on a second, I'm going to move you guys off just a little bit. There we go. And you're probably wondering why I'm doing that. Well, I'm doing that because I don't want to shake the table and then shake the entire screen. So, all right, so I'm going to take it, I'm going to put pretty sides together, then I'm going to stitch it together like this. And it gives it a nice clean edge. It's not a raw edge. I don't interface the entire card slots. I just do it right at the top because it makes it easier for me to sew it on with all the bulk. Like, less bulk is better. It's my opinion. Okay. This is an Etsy order that we've got going on. There we go. See that? Bam. I'm just going to base the sides in so it doesn't shift too much. Turn this one inside out. It's the same process as this. I wanted to make sure I had a nice folded edge on either side. It reduces the bulk at the bottom of it reduces the bulk at the bottom of the H2O bag. It gets really bulky down there if you leave it all in there. And it's not so much, like I said, it's not so much that my machine can't take it. It's more of when I go, it just looks bulkier, and I may not catch everything. So that's my thing. I just want to make sure I get everything caught in there. I'm just making sure that goes with that. Okay. There we go. Move along, move along. Okay, this one goes here. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that I want to make sure that it's not all the way to the bottom, because this is going to be into that round, and it's really hard to stitch this in that area if it's really bulky, especially on a curve. Curved and bulk does not work very well. At least not in my experience. I would love to get one of the walking foot machines, but I actually have a house version of it that I'm wanting to test out with my leather bag that I've already got cut out. I just haven't had time to do it yet. All right, so we got this. Now we need to get the back of this. Nope, nope. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Where are you at? Here it is. All right, so the back of the card slot is this like rectangular piece, and then I'm going to put this here. What I like to do with my card slots is make sure that it's up above where this one is going to be. I don't know if it makes a difference per se, but I just don't want too much bulk in one particular spot. So, you know, do the best you can with reducing the bulk. Okay, so here are my side accent pieces to my card slots. I just want to make sure that the writing isn't backwards. So that's the biggest thing for me. There we go. I just want to make sure it's not backwards. The writing backwards would not be a good thing. one's pretty much done. At this point, I'm just going to put that to the side. Alright, so now we can start working with our zipper. Because I've come to the end where I can't sew anything else. Oh, actually I can. I lied. Sorry. Didn't mean to. Didn't mean to tell a story. Alright, so it's completely out of order in reference to the actual pattern pieces, like these pattern directions, but this is just my method of like madness of how I like to do it. So for me, I just like to do it in a sequential way that I can do as many straight lines as possible, so I don't have to worry about that. Hello. And then I can just keep things moving pretty much. Okay. So I want to make sure again that my writing is going the correct direction. Flip it down. Snip, snip, snip. These snips are nice and sharp. They're really good, little tiny little things. But I am looking at getting the little clipper ones. Okay. So not sure why, but my thread is shredding. So I'm going to cut that off and rethread it. Sometimes that happens. It could either be because of the feed dogs or just got caught something in here and it just starts shredding. It may be because this needle that I'm using is very thick compared to what I need to have because I didn't change my needle out from my last bag. I mean, that could be it. If you ever have problems with your thread shredding a lot, first thing you want to do is make sure you don't have any spurs along the channel because that can always lead to a lot of problems later on. Or what you can do is change your needle. Because a lot of times it's the needle that's either getting dull or it's the wrong size needle for the thread. Lots of different things. Okay. Tighten that up a little bit more. Snip my threads. Go in the direction of the trash. Alright, so that's there. I gotta get the pattern piece to cut this out, but we'll be back with that for a second. Let me put that to the side. Oh, actually, I do have the pattern piece. Thought I did. Alright, so what I like to do is fold this in half, get my center point. Once I mark out my center point, then I can line up my pattern piece. I know I've said this plenty of times, but I love to use a cardstock or something to keep my pattern pieces on something that's a little bit more sturdy so that I don't have to worry about it when I'm tracing around it over and over and over and over and over again. Sorry, Crystal, I can't talk right now. Okay. Perfect. Alright, let me cut it out. Make good scissors. Yep. My good scissors are at the in the studio space. I forgot to bring them back in here. I was using them yesterday to cut all the stuff out, so I like the lighting and everything over there. Alright, so that's that. That's a couple pieces already done. Card slot, inner pocket. We're gonna prep this really fast. Gonna do my center mark. Okay, I'm gonna get a piece of foam. I usually have little pieces of foam lying around. Over here next to my stash. I like to put a little piece of foam behind my name badge just to give it a little bit more substance. Okay. So this is my name plate. So when I mark out my center, I just like to make sure that it looks pretty centered and then put it somewhere where it's not going to be too disruptive to the paneling or something like that. So I think I'm going to put it down here just because I think it'll look good right there. So I'm going to put this right here. Looks like a pen, so I keep trying to get this because it looks like a pen, but it's not a pen. It's a... Oh, that says Raven. I don't want to cut out the Ravenclaw part of it. So I think I'm going to put it up here, actually. I know, I changed my mind. I do that a lot. There you go. I changed my mind a lot. Sorry. Okay, so I don't like to cut the hole out too big because I don't want it ripping and tearing and stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my glue. This is like a glue master kind of thing I got from offline. And I like to make sure everything looks good before I glue it on. Always double check. Okay. There we go. Sometimes I have to wiggle it because even though I put it on straight, it just like it doesn't quite get in there. I think it's because of this. I need to cut a little bit more over here. Just fiddle with it. Make sure it looks nice. Yep, that looks good. Alright, so now that looks good. I'm going to put some glue on either side. That also helps the fabric from fraying. Just a little dab. It's not like a whole lot. Put that down. Put that down. And then I like to open my prongs. Okay. There we go. Gonna hold it there for a few seconds. You don't have to, I'm just a perfectionist. There we go. There's our nameplate. Let me lift you guys up just a tiny bit. Oh, maybe you don't want to. Okay. There we go. Put that to the side. That's ready. Alright, zipper. I'm gonna make our zipper. Oh, my son's calling me back. Hey, sweetheart. Hey. I was just checking in on you, baby. How you doing? No, I called you yesterday, and I called you today. That's why it looks like 2 times. Oh, yeah. Nope, I didn't call you 2 times, 3 times. I just called you. I know, baby, but I'm doing a live right now too, so yeah, I'm on YouTube. That's okay, honey, you're fine. Okay, sugar. Bye. Love you. My son's at his grandma's house, and I just call him to check on him in the mornings and stuff, see how he's doing. And he just called me back. I knew I was gonna run out of bobbin. I told y'all. It's so funny. I had somebody ask me, where are you from? Oh, I did run out of bobbin. I just got stuck. Okay, well, I'm winding it anyway, so I might as well finish winding it. It's good for my machine anyway. I'm not out of bobbin, it just got caught on the side there. I really want to get this bag done in under an hour. That would be great. Especially with also going live. Because anything that could happen, happens when I go live. It's just, you know, the way it is. Anything that can happen will happen. I ain't mad at it. Oh, this thing completely twisted. Told you. Anything that could happen does happen. But that's okay, because you guys get to see how I fix it. Because a lot of times, when it comes to learning how to sew, people get frustrated with their mistakes. And they think, oh, everybody does it so perfectly. Everybody does it great. No, I'm going to tell you, no. Nope. I make just as many mistakes. I just know how to fix it. That's the only difference, really, is my experience has me fix it. But if I don't make mistakes, then I don't know how to fix it. It's like this one twisted on this side. I think it's because I have the narrow foot on, so I really have to make sure I pin or clip. There we go. There we go. All right. Just make sure I really clip really good. Hold things in place. There we go. That's so much better. All right. Top stitch. All right, what do you think? You can make it in an hour? I think so. And I would do other lives, but these are the orders I get in mostly. Like 9 out of 10 times I get orders for H2O bags, whether it's the Harry Potter, whether it's the Mickey Mouse, which is the other one that's really popular. Pretty much Harry Potter, Mickey Mouse, but those are the popular ones. But if it wasn't for those, I would do a lot more other ones, but this is what I got going right now. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so now we've done all that. I'm going to take this off because now we get to do the fun part. Now we get to do the fun part of putting this around. This is where I would say I'm out of woven labels that I get from mormino.com. It's like a Harry Potter themed one that I really like to put on my Harry Potter bags. It just makes it really cute. I really like it. If you snip your tape, your zipper tape, just so that it doesn't run, because sometimes the inexpensive tapes do run, I just like to burn it just a little tiny bit, just to make sure it doesn't continue to fray more than anything else. So if you do snip it, burn it so it snips. Okay, so I like to have my zipper to the left. So we're going to go ahead and clip this in place. Grab our clips. I have a mixture of the clips from mormino.com and then just the ones I get from Amazon. I am eventually going, because these keep breaking on me when I make really big bags, so I'm just going to eventually just have just the ones from Lauren, from Mormino. I'm just going to have those at some point because the other ones just keep breaking. And I bought like 50 packs of these, so I sell them on my website now. These are amazing. So I was able to get them for wholesale from her. Since then, I am a shop, and I do sell things here at the studio and online on my website. So, these are not on my Etsy shop. I don't feel like I could. I don't know. I don't know if I want to put those on Etsy or not. They're gorgeous though, so I might. So again, I'm snipping into my tape, but I will be burning it. So see right here, it's really tight, so I just want to loosen it up. And the way you do that is just snip into it. And these guys are so sharp, like I said. I've been working with them for weeks now, and they stay sharp. Are really good quality. I have those on my website as well. They're not on Amazon. I can't find them on Amazon. I had to buy them online, and then I got a bunch of them. There we go. Alright, so just keep clipping. I'm just really pulling on the zipper tape to make sure it stays nice and flat. Right through here. There we go. Bam. Alright. Let's sew this bad boy. Now, if you wanted to be adventurous, I've done it once in a while. I can take the front piece to this, the slip pocket piece, and you could sandwich it and do it all at once. So, yeah, I'll go for it. Why not? Be adventurous. The only time I might regret that is when I get closer to the zipper teeth. But hey, go for it. Life's too short to be living with regrets. I might regret it, but hey. And I may not. I've done like 50 of these bags. They're very popular. I'm working with my sister who does tumblers, and she is working with me, and we're having our niece, it's like a family thing, right? Keep it in the family. Having my niece design fabrics, like prints and stuff like that to go with this. And then to also, because we're designing the prints to like supplement around the cups so that the tumbler and the H2O bag match. Yeah. Somebody might like it. Okay, shorten my stitch length. Because I have my narrowed foot on, I'm sliding right past that. Alright, so right here it might get bubbly. I'm just going to hold that down with my seam ripper. Someone send me something? No? Okay. I didn't see if I saw a message or not. So. Okay. So remember how I had snipped through here? Right? I'm just going to get my lighter and just singe it really fast. There we go. Just around the curved part where I snipped my tape. I don't like to cinch it before I put it on because it melts. I don't want it like really. It's just counterproductive if I do it that way. All right, now we're gonna turn this inside out, and this is why I get my dip nail done, because this process is not hard to do, but I break nails all the time. Go. Keep working it, keep working it. This is why I would not do this bag in vinyl. Because if I had to do this bag in vinyl, I would never be able to turn it in right side up. Oh, it turned out perfect. Look at that, guys. It turned out really, really, really nice. The curvature of it and everything, like it's just curving perfectly. Oh, perfect. I saved time. This is what I'm talking about with the other clips, where it breaks, like it just breaks at that juncture. They're inexpensive. You can buy them at Amazon. It's not, you know, it's not the end of the world that a few of them break, but the purple ones are so nice. The glitter. They're not all purple. There are different shades of purple, and then there's clear ones with glitter. Yes. Yes, Miss Crystal. Hold on. Let me go check my message. It must be something really important because she called me twice. And now she's messaging me, so. I'm getting close to the end of my bobbin. I can hear it. She saw my video about the bag. So we're doing a sew along with the Peekaboo beauty bag from Lauren from Sew Whatever from warmradio.com, and she's like, I want to buy I want to buy a kit. I was like, okay, great. Let me finish my live video and then I'll do that. All right, so here we go. All right, so now we're going to take this piece and we're going to attach it to this piece. So this is coming together really fast. All right, I like to mark up my centers. Again, marking my centers. Okay. This is already marked at the center, so I'm going to put this bad boy like this. Like this. And a piece like this. All right, so let me go. And then in here, oh, let me go ahead and do that now before I snip it. Like in this curve here, you want to do some snips because it's very tight, like very tight. So you really want to make sure that like a quarter of an inch away from each other, you're really making a lot of snips in here. So it looks like that. Okay. Good? All right, awesome. Let's keep it moving. My energy level is pretty good today. It's not so bad. I like it, I say that because some days I wake up and I'm like, bleh. But today I did pretty good. My husband was laughing at me. He was like, okay. You like it? Like it. I used to wake up grumpies all the time. I don't know anymore. I try not to be as grumpy anymore. Don't know why, but it would wake up grumpies. I don't do it as much anymore. Alright, so right in here, it's going to want to curl up. You really want to push on that against your thumb. You just want to evenly disperse that fabric. Okay. Evenly disperse the fabric. That was just a piece of thread connecting them all. Not even thread, it's just a piece of that burgundy fabric. Alright guys, there we go. Bam. Now, you cannot put this and this together. They're sewn in different angles, so you can't cheat on that one. Sorry. This one's not so bad. This one's pretty good. It's just the angle's a little weird. So I just kind of like keep pushing and flipping. Push and flip, push and flip. Push and flip, push and flip. Make sure it's nice and flat. Nice and flat. There we go. And that's what we have. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to flip this back over. And this is where I said that it's sewed at a different angle, because now this gets sewn like this. So the raw edge is around the edge, around the inside of the bag, which you're not going to see because you're going to have a lining. So Lindshandmade did an amazing job with this pattern. I know there's a lot of people who do the hack, that do the square bottom. It makes it a lot easier to sew. Believe me, I love it. My clientele prefers the original. I guess it's because before the hack came out, I just immediately started making a lot of these, especially in the Harry Potter theme. And they like the card slots. I've offered it without the card slots, and people are like, no, I want the card slots. That's what I like about it, because I have the card slots. So they can really use this as a versatile bag when they're, you know, at the parks, at the theme parks, just riding around, different things. So, hey, that's the feedback I've gotten from my clientele, so I just keep doing it this way. I'm hoping to get some pictures from a client that recently purchased a Delta one that I got fabric made for specifically for it, and I can't wait to see it. I'm like, it's super excited. I need to remind her. It's like, please, 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 please. Please get me pictures. Zipper out of the way. I do have to move the zipper this time because it gets really close. Then I can rezip it. So see how this is a different angle? This is more of a flat angle. The other one was more of a curving angle. You're gonna have to kind of wrestle with it a little bit. Wrestle. Some people say you can like open up the zipper through here. I have done that, but I find that my zipper does more of the wave thing going on. Guys, we're almost done. I think we're going to be good. think we're gonna be good. But then, let me not jinx myself. Please don't let me jinx myself. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh yeah. So see, that for me, it got a little wavy right here, but I can pull that out, see? It looks so amazing. So my sister and I are both very creative. We're both very creative, so it's great that we have outlets that we can be creative in, because we like to do that kind of stuff, you know? So she does her tumblers, and she does like baby showers and all kinds of stuff. She lives in Florida. I live in North Carolina. So when we get together, like, all I gotta say is we had a good time on the cruise. When we went on our birthday cruise together, but we don't get to spend too much time together. But we FaceTime each other a lot when we're working with creative things, and she'll ask me her opinion on things, and I'll ask her opinion on things, and I can't wait till we get the So Crafty box going. It's gonna be so much fun. So Crafty box is gonna be so fun. Okay, so I've got all that. Bam, just like that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is I like to go ahead and put these little tabs up here. Well, they're not tabs, they're D-ring holders. Put them in like that. This is where these come in handy because they're kind of long and they keep everything in place a little bit better. Center it. I got these are also on my website. So they're very cool. Like, they really get in there to hold things longer. And it doesn't have to be like a permanent hold. It's just holding it enough to keep things, you know, where they need to be. Alright, it's shredding again. So that means to me I need to change my needle. That's alright, guys. I think I can get away with not changing it just yet. It could be because it's a very narrowed foot and it's rubbing up against the side there. Alright, snip, snip, snip. Snip your threads. Snip, snip, snip. Okay. I like to get in here and all these little, just burn those down. Burn them down. Okay. Awesome. Over clapping, I'm so excited. Alright, so here's where I deviate from the pattern. I do not, repeat, I do not leave the hole for my H2O bag in the waterproof canvas. It is really, 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 really hard to iron it so that it stays with the crease and everything, and it's just a lot more work for me. My hand stitching skills are pretty good, if I say so myself. So I hand stitch the outside. That's just my personal preference. You don't have to do it that way. You could do it with the waterproof canvas being having the hole in it for the birthing, but I don't. Sorry. But that's what's great. But that's also what's great about patterns. Patterns give you guidance. They give you direction. They help you understand how the pattern maker thought the process through of making things, but you don't have to be like rigid and rigorous about just doing it their way. You could do it your own way. Alright, so I like to fold it one way, fold it the other way, and really make that crease. right in there. And then that way, when I go to sew it, it just all lines up really pretty. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out my corners, my quarter marks for the bottom of the bag. Okay. So I'm actually gonna, I like to sew this down and make it one piece instead of. Okay, so this is the bulk area that if you didn't see, it's not so bulky right now, it's just 2 layers. But if I hadn't moved up my slip pocket past this piece here, as well as the card slots, it would be very thick right here. So this helps it so that it's not so thick, because what I'm having to do it here, well, you're going to see what I'm going to do, but we have to cut into this and spread it out a little bit to go around the curve. So that gets to be pretty thick, and I don't particularly like having to snip into really thick fabric because I always end up missing a layer. So there we go. All right, so I did my quarters. So we're going to do the same thing with our bottom piece. I don't find that I need to have the Decaville light at the bottom or Peltex at the bottom of this, because the waterproof canvas lends itself to really be a good, structured. And I like it so that if they need to pull this away somewhere, like in another bag, they can fold it up really nicely. That's just me. All right, so it doesn't really matter which direction this kind of goes, so it's the bottom of the bag. I'm going to go ahead and start clipping it. Oh, before I clip, I like to snip into, I'm going to use my thicker scissors here, snip into these pieces right in here all at once. You might be thinking that's a lot of snips. Yes, it is. It's necessary. Okay. It's snipped, so it really lends itself to being pushed open. All right, so. I'm going to be a little picky about this clip I use this time. This portion gets to be kind of tricky, and I don't want to have to fight with broken clips. Not right now. Not today, bobbin. I'm going to run out of bobbin soon. I know I am. Okay. To have this open, clip this together, and clip. Actually, I like to clip this direction for the inside, so that when I'm sewing like this. So it's like a round circle. Okay, so what I like to do first is match up my notches, my quarter notches first before I do anything else. It just helps really distribute the excess and really help me spread out the bag itself. I'm going to try to keep this down as much as I can. Oh, hold on a second. I got a call from the Warrington people. It's a very important call. Hello, this is Sandra. Hey, Dan. Thank you for calling me back twice. I was trying to, my electrician is from Wake County, so things are a little different in Wake County, but I wanted to make sure. They were telling me that they could put in the indoor breaker box within 3 feet of a water source in the laundry room. But I just want to make sure that that's accurate before he does it. Okay, yeah, because this is a renovation, so this is a house that was built in 1901. I want to make sure before we... 1901. Yes. Yes. I know, I know, I know. Believe me, I know. 4,000 square feet of beautiful, historic. It used to be 10 bedrooms, but we've converted it to a 6-6. It used to be 10 bedrooms, 2 bath. It was a boarding house. It was a boarding house. Yes, it was a boarding house. No, there hasn't been anybody living there since the 80s. Yeah, and it has not been renovated or updated. So we didn't even have it tapped into the water for the city. So we had to that was a pretty big bill. Um, we had to tap into the water and sewer for the because it didn't have anything. No, it was um the old city um it used to be the old city sewer and like that. So when they went through in the 40s or 80s or something, I don't know when they told me. At some point, whenever they went through and did it, they skipped that house because nobody lived in it for a very long time. So they just skipped it. So I know, right? So we didn't get put into the sewer city and tap, so we had to pay for that. I was like, oh my goodness, that was a big deal. Oh yes, it was very costly. Um, it wasn't in the budget for sure. Yep. Yeah, I just wanted to double check because we're converting we're making a laundry room because obviously didn't have a laundry room, and it also has a bathtub, but the bathtub is not anywhere near the panel. It's all the way across the other side of the room. So we just wanted to make sure it was okay before, because when you come in and do your inspection, I don't want you to come in and be like, oh, you can't do that. Well, it's a laundry bathroom, but the bathroom section's all the way across the room. It's a really big room. It's on the ground floor, yes. They're out there right now. If you want to swing by, you can. I know you're probably busy, but ground floor in the back, behind the kitchen. Okay. I mean, we could do that. We could make a little. Oh, we could put it in the hallway. I was wanting to put it. I was putting because our hallways are 8 feet wide. Mhm. Yes. 400. I think so. Yeah, because we have dual AC unit coming in. Um, okay. In the hallway, right outside the. Okay. All right. And it's okay that on the other side there's a bathroom. Yeah, it's on the other side of the lawn, like the hallway wall, and then on the other side of that is the bathroom. No, it's not in the. Okay. Got it. Perfect. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks. You too. Bye bye. Hello? I think I got a delivery. All right. Sorry, guys. I've just been sewing and talking. Okay. There we go. Bam. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing to this piece. And then we'll be done. I'm not going to show you guys how to do straps. You guys know how to do straps. I hope you do. If you don't, I'm sorry. I want to get as close to an hour as I can. Okay. Already did that one. I'm just snipping away over here, guys. Just snip, 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 snip. Okay. Right. This is not a circle, it's an oval. So you want to make sure the long part of the ovals go across this back seam. This is so different because I normally do this on my lap. So it's sometimes a little harder to do it when I'm on camera because I usually do it on my lap. The funny thing is sometimes I see my students cutting things on their laps. I'm like, I know it's comfort, I get it, but you really shouldn't do that because you might cut your clothing, or I've seen people pin their project onto themselves, like it went through the project and they pinned themselves as well, like on their pants. Oh, it was funny. I feel like someone's here, but I can't see them. Might be my husband. He goes in on his side of the building. Yeah, if you guys are hearing the conversation, I'm making we're renovating a house that was built in 1901, and it's been a project of love. That went flying everywhere. So yeah, it's in a really beautiful old town here in North Carolina, and I love the town. It's like we're a couple blocks away from downtown. And I can literally walk to the downtown area, but they have lots of like little shops, and has a really cute coffee shop, and they have a quilt shop down there, and they have lots of stuff in the downtown area that it's very quaint and cute, and you know, very much sleepy town. Amazing. Oh, the bobbin one. I had bobbin war and the bobbin one. This portion ran out of bobbin. That portion. It's okay. Last week I won. This week the bobbin won. I knew I was gonna run out though. That's the whole thing. I knew I was gonna run out. Gotta reclip a couple of pieces. It's such a small town that like the inspector like knows exactly which house I was talking about. He's like, "Oh, you're renovating that house." Yes. All right. We're almost done, guys. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing here. I like to like notch out this corner here. Right. Take this, turn it right side out. Make sure I have no holes. No holes, perfect. Now I like to take this and instead of matching my seams, seam to seam, I turn it over and then I put it inside that way. Now what I'm doing here is I'm matching up this center seam with that center notch that I made earlier, opening up that seam and clipping it. Same thing with this side. Again, opening up that seam, lining up my center notch, and clipping it. Okay. Now through here, you don't need too many clips. I just like to line up my side pieces here. Your lining is a little smaller than the bag itself. It's meant to be that way so that it's not baggy and saggy. It's a very tight fitting lining. So if you feel like, that's too tight, nope, it's supposed to be that way. Look, I was about to start sewing, but look at my D-ring is right there. So you want to make sure your D-ring is facing down because you don't want to sew through that. Okay, I like to start at my D-ring. I had my narrow foot on, so I'm really going to get close to that D-ring and work with that 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Pivot, get that out of the way. Just making sure everything's lined up again. That D-ring was just all the way up there. I was like, come on. Beautiful. All right, now I'm going to get my, I don't see them. Where did they go? I was going to get my painting shears, but I don't know where they are. My wonderful assistant came in and helped me clean out my office. And did such an amazing job. But I don't know where my tools are. That's okay. Alright, so normally I go through here and do my painting shears and all that stuff, but I'm not doing that today. So, where's my big scissors? I just had them. Ah, here they are. I was like, where did they go? Alright, I cut away at these corners, but I do not cut the tabs. These zipper, not zipper. If I could talk today, that would be great. I don't cut away at the D-ring connectors. You could rivet through it, but riveting through waterproof canvas is a bit of a challenge, especially when you have a lot of layers. So I'm not going to do that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bag and turn it right side out. This is called birthing. It's very similar to giving birth. So, I don't know why I did that. Turn it out and then put it back together. I like to really pull out the lining first, right? And then pull on my D-rings. Just kind of get a good pull on that. Okay. Now this is the trickier part where you're just having to squish the zipper panel up and out. It's like turning out baby clothes, like little baby doll clothes. There you go. Again, this is why I get my nails done. So I have, there we go. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So see down here, because I don't have a lot of bulk, it just turns out so nicely, and it's nice and round rather than squarish, which is what we're looking for. So I'm going to take my lining and push it back inside the bag. This is where I have to do it on my lap, guys. I'm sorry. Because I'm like, having gravity help me pull this. There you go. Pull it all the way through. Go. Oh, so pretty. I'm just gonna really get that seam nice and taut through there. Ooh, so pretty. There we go. Bam, bam. Awesome. Now, if you wanted to, you could do a top stitch through here. Just depends on how I feel that day. I have a new bobbin at the moment, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that today because I have a new bobbin. If I didn't have a new bobbin in here, I'd probably be like, I don't want to change it. But because I have a new bobbin, I'm going to be adventurous. And just take it one stitch at a time, just nice and slow. Don't rush your top stitching. I really like to make sure that my lining is really good and tucked underneath as I am top stitching. Take it nice and slow. Be consistent. If your top stitching doesn't look all that great just yet, keep practicing. I promise it will get better. I promise. If it doesn't, you can call me out and be like, Sandra, it doesn't look better. It's like with anything else you do. The longer you do something, the better you get at it. I've been doing this for years. All right. H2O bag. Done. Look at that. Isn't it so pretty? I'm trying to hold my thing up while I'm... Isn't it so pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. I'm going to sew the back of it off camera because I'm already past my hour. But I didn't do too bad, guys. What do you think? Good? Thumbs up? All right, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and ask any questions, comments, anything like that. I would really, really, really appreciate it. I like interacting with you guys, and if you're not already, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I've just started the TikTok at Garner Sewing Room, so you get insights on more things that we're doing coming along. All right, guys. Bye. Have a blessed day.